Hello, hello. I'm checking the live. Sari is joining already. Now I sent you an invite. Hopefully you got it. Yes. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I don't think my camera is working as it should be.
Yes.
Just a moment.
Now,
Hi.
now it's good. Hello. How
Hi.
are you?
Doing good, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thanks. And it's still 10 a.m. in here. I think it's 12 in Finland, where you
Mhm.
are.
Yeah.
And I'm so super happy to be talking to you because you have made such a big change in your whole life, not just in business, by getting your first premium clients and actually starting to make a difference with not just in your own business but also with your clients' lives. So we are going to be talking about that, and I actually wrote this title of this live that how Sari went from uncertainty to making her first 5 figures in business with just one premium offer, and also gained the confidence in the sales and also in as an entrepreneur.
hmm
Could you start by telling more, like what do you do to everyone who is now watching here?
Yeah. I'm a certified keto coach, a keto and intermittent fasting coach, and I do help people to start an optimal way of doing keto and fasting and then change their life, like achieve and maintain their dream body. That's the biggest goal what we do here.
Yeah. So like health coaching with keto methods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And when did you start? Can you tell me more about your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, well, I started doing this myself 4 years ago. Like I made a huge life change myself before I started this business. And I finally achieved some good results myself. I was thinking like, okay, this is something I need to tell everybody else who is struggling with the same things than I do. And I've been doing this as a part-time entrepreneur last 3 years.
Okay. And are you still working part-time in the business?
Well, now thanks to you guys, I'm taking my first steps as to to be full-time entrepreneur now. So this is really exciting time for me because I didn't plan this to happen this fast, and here we are.
Okay. Well, that's really amazing. And you started working with us with Instant Growth Accelerator program. Could you tell me a little bit more about the situation, what it was before you joined?
Yeah, yeah, I was really struggling. Of course, well, I was working full time. I didn't have that much time to look for clients or anything else. But I was really struggling with idea how I will ever make this grow. I don't have money to invest or anything, and I didn't really know. I was thinking I need to have a lot of money to advertise myself and being noticed and things like that. And I was thinking at some point okay, I'm going to throw this thing to trash. I ain't gonna work because it was so hard. I get one sale. It was just too much for me. And I started following you some few years back when you were alumni in one program I participated, and I saw you doing live with them, and I was following Career Girl ever since. And I don't know where did it came. It just suddenly you came to my feed everywhere all of a sudden talking about this your new program, and I watched some YouTube you did with somebody else who was participating, and it started to grow in my mind that is something I really desperately need. And following your story, it was if somebody can do that, that has to be possible for me as well.
Yeah. That's amazing. And I really like that what you're saying, that you watched the social media and then also the YouTube, because all that I've done last year as well was organically, like totally organic. So it wasn't any paid ads or anything like that. So I really can, now we can see that it's super powerful still, even if you don't use the money to advertise it.
Yeah.
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 And I think that's the biggest thing I have learned doing this. Like I wouldn't ever thought that this is like possible to do this without putting any money into marketing your business.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I also had this limiting belief that I need to like put so much, like thousands of euros into Facebook ads to make a one sale even. So that's really been like a big shift in also my own mindset when I started doing all the organic marketing. But so you struggled with sales and marketing, and you felt like you should throw your whole business into trash because you couldn't make it work. So, was there any other things that you were struggling with in the business?
Well, I guess like my things like what to do. I was doing like a little bit this and a little bit that, and I had no like real plan. Like what should I do? That's what I was like the mostly maybe not like marketing, but everything else. Like how do I actually start doing things? Like I don't do like more and more and more, but like things in a wise way, that is not just like, bit this and a little bit that. Oh, should I do something to Facebook? And I need to post this on Instagram without, planning anything. So that kind of, somebody will give you tools like, okay, plan your day like this and do this and follow these steps. That's what I really needed as well.
Yeah. So the process, clear process on like what to do in what order and what already you can see that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really cool. And well, it wasn't cool because you didn't have that at the time when you were struggling. But like, what did you then learn inside of IGA? Like, can you tell me a little bit more about your own journey when you started in the program, and what did you do to actually get the results? You can also tell us like what results did you achieve and how that affected your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first of all, with my own coach and everything, we had a few meetings. I really needed that, like talk to someone, throw out all my bad feelings about everything. Then she just showed me all the steps, like, hey, we put everything like back to basics, What is your business plan? I didn't have anything like that. I never put anything on paper. I think that helped me a lot, like start actually putting things up, and also the mindset change. I loved your mindset book because it forced me to think about these things a lot myself too. And it was quite easy for me to like create this 12 weeks program, like the plan, because I've been doing this for such a long time. But of course, changing from one-on-one coaching or like just normal like online course into this kind of a hybrid model, it was a little bit challenging. And like, how do I do things? So it was really nice to talk to someone about that. But this like, when it was time to do this, first post online, like looking for people for your program, I was like so nervous. Will anybody like contact me or anything? And I was so surprised. It was like, I still cannot believe this. I got so many messages. I got like hundreds and hundreds of people were like interested, like putting me like hearts in like on Instagram and Facebook. And it took me days and days to answer to everyone. But it went very well. I got a lot of calls with people, and it was really nice to talk to people. I think it was really helpful. So I have learned from your coaches that talking to people, listening what they have to say and what they need is the key for the success.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and that is not only for making sales, but also to learning how to make a better offer and better like a program for your clients that they actually need. And I think it's just super important. And when we are like building online businesses, we want to just ignore that. We want to have everything online, but I think that's really crucial, at least in the beginning. But when you have already validated that, okay, this is something that people want, then you can be more passive or like not that involved. But still, like still today, we are taking sales calls as well because they are just working so well. Like why not to do that? And also people get the premium feeling from having the first contact already with a real human being, and like having the call, making sure that the choice of joining the program is correct. So I think it's just so good.
yeah. And of course I got that myself, when I was talking to person who like told me about your program when I was in the sales call. I understand this much better now. How am I selling when I'm like reflecting on my own, like situation about the things like we were talking about, what problems I have, and also like, money wise. It was like for me, first time I was like talking about this joining, I was like, I just don't have money. I just don't have money, And now I know also based on that if people really want something, like come to my program, I wanted to come to your program. So I just, I just needed, I'm like, okay, I'm going to borrow the money. I didn't have that money,
Yeah.
But
And
that's
you made the money back. That's the most important thing as well. And also I would say that in your program, like, is there a price tag actually being healthy and fit? Like, I don't think there is. Like, when you get yourself back on track, like being healthy again, like, I think that is more valuable. You can be more healthy to make more money even. So I think it's just priceless, or at least that's what I think.
yeah. Yeah. You can never put that price tag on your health. It's just how it is, because if you don't have that, you don't have anything. Everything. Yeah.
Yes, it's so true. So could you tell me a little bit more about the process? Like, of course, I know it, but for somebody watching this or watching this later on YouTube, for example, like what is the process on getting the first premium client? Like how it was for you? Could you like just go really step by step and you can be as freely as you want, so that we can give some value in this live today to somebody thinking about getting their first premium clients?
Yeah. I didn't really need to think. Everything happened so fast that I didn't even like put this into my head what has happened. But yeah, we started to create the program really fast after I put like my business ideas like down with the coach. And then like it was just like she said that, okay, now we need to find the focus group. I think that was the most important thing, the right focus group for my, like, we were thinking, is it like for anybody who wants to do keto, or is it like, for me it was more like people who have already tried it, so it's a little bit different, they know something about it already. So when we got that idea into head, I think it was more like, okay, this is going to work,
Yeah.
We needed a little bit like back and forth with my coach Mira, like, this is going to be this or this or this. But I think that's the most important thing you need to do. And it was so good to have someone to talk about it with, because without her, I would have probably started doing something like different. And based on that, of course, we were creating this like first social media post and what kind of people I'm looking for to join my program. And that was really helpful too, because without that, like, you can always do something, but doing right things. And without your help, I would have ever. And also put the price tag on your work. That's the so hard. I think maybe in the beginning even more, like how much I can actually charge people, like what I do. Why would anybody want to like pay me? You know, like that kind of like mindset stuff also. I get over that. It
Yeah, so
was really.
let me recap. So first you got your business ideas down, and
Mm-hmm.
then you decided on which target group you're going to be focusing, and you decided to focus on people who have had already tried keto, not probably really successfully, but now they want to
Mm-hmm.
be better at it and actually succeed with it. And then you started posting on your own social media
Yeah.
platforms. How many followers did you have at that point?
On Instagram, I had about 1,900 now, so a little bit less than 2,000. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Facebook, it's less.
Yeah. Okay. And you got all your leads through those two channels.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and you got hundreds of messages. That's really, really cool. And you need like less than 2,000 followers to make this. Of course, you need to have the right type of audience already in place so that this happens. But we also have other methods to those who don't have the following, even 2,000 followers or less. And then you took those people sent you messages, and you then took calls with most potential people. You didn't take calls with everyone?
First, I was like, because this happened before I even like had a plan what I'm going to do. Because I was just posting it like, okay, it's Thursday night, let's just do this, and tomorrow I will think like forward what I'm going to do. And it was like, oh, I was like, what am I going to do? First, I was booking calls with everyone, but then really quickly, I like my coach said that, hey, did you learn this already? That don't like start messaging people first, like DMs, and talk to them without like having calls with everyone. But also, I think it was really good to talk to everyone first because I got a little bit,
Confidence on
my
sales.
sales
Yeah.
script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So we have this DM strategy that we use to actually like qualify the people, like, and this is of course like you need to make it personal to each and every program that you are selling, like if the person is a right fit to your program. So you're going
Mm-hmm.
to ask the right type of questions on the DMs, and then take the person to a call. And then you already mentioned that you had this sales script, which is going to be super helpful, because when you're doing this for the first time, and still to this day, I am using that. And I actually just got another client for us last week by just using the exact same sales script still. So it's just working super well. And
Yeah.
so can you tell me a little bit more about the experience on having the sales calls? Because I know that so many people are actually scared of those. Like, I don't want to take calls. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to sell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for me, it wasn't that bad because I have done it before. I have had 2 meetings with people who wanted to be my one-on-one clients, so it wasn't like that much new. But of course, when the price tag was much like more, that was maybe the hardest thing. But it was really cool. I had Zoom open, and then I had that I can follow the script, and it went very well. But some things, like I said, saying the price for the first time, it was like how it come out. But more and more I do that, and some people say, "Oh, I thought it was going to be much more than you were asking." I'm like, "All right, well, that's cool. That I know now based on that. I'm more confident now when I start selling this again that I can, I know it's worth of more than this first
Yeah,
group is." Yeah.
yeah, that's really amazing. And do you want to tell a little bit about the sales that you made, or like you don't need to say the exact price or the number, but you can, of course, if you want to share. But you made a lot of sales, and
Yeah.
do you want to share a little bit, even like approximately what you did?
I can tell you, yeah. My this first group is 1,800, and I made 9 sales in a week.
That's
I was like, and I don't
so,
even know. Mira told you already. I made one more sale last weekend, so somebody joined us when we were already going. So I made 18,000 euros thanks to you guys.
that's amazing. So you borrowed somebody's money to join the program because you believed in it, and also I want to mention that you believed in yourself. That was probably the one of the most important things that you actually mentioned, that you believed in yourself, that if I have this process, I can make it work. And then you made almost 20,000 euros in like a week of
Yeah,
sales,
yeah,
and then one other sale later on. That's just amazing, and makes
yeah.
this work super meaningful for me too, because I know how much that kind of money can change people's lives, and
Mm-hmm.
also how that program is going to be changing your clients' lives. And if they even said that it's like that they thought that it would be even more expensive to work with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pretty
I
cool.
know that. Yeah, yeah. So I got the money back like long time ago that I put into your program, and now I can actually make money. It was first I was like, oh my God, that kind of money, like that is what I have made in a year.
Yeah.
Like before, that what is the price of your program? Like, how can I ever pay it back? How can I pay it back? But then I was thinking like, I just must try something because this like if nothing changed kind of situation. If I just keep doing same thing all over again, I will never achieve anything great. So
Yeah, that's really cool. And also, like apart from the sales results, which were amazing, of course, what were the other like really big realizations that you made during IGA and the program?
I think that finding the right people is the key here. That I use that DM strategy and the calls. When you find the people who really need your help, they are like, I cannot say like willing to pay anything, but still like if somebody has like a need for help, like desperate need for help, they are like, you just need to find these people. They will join your program. And I'm sure all of our coaches, we have something we can, offer to people, that there is somebody who need your help. I'm sure about that.
Yes. Yes, that's so true. And especially with health, I've learned like read so many articles on like how the health is just going lower and lower with Finnish people, probably people all over the world. So I think that there's like a bigger need to that type of help in the future. So I
Mhm.
don't think your is going to be dry in the next few years or
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah. Well, maybe I will retire really happy if I don't nobody needs my help anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll be yeah.
I think that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But you are
Yeah.
hopefully going to be retiring still happy, and somebody else is going to continue the work.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, what would you say now to somebody who is a coach, maybe struggling and listening to this, like, oh my God, like I want to get these type of results. Like, how can I, like, maybe this is just Sari and like I can't do that. Like, what would you say to somebody like that who is in the situation where you were like a year ago or still a few months ago?
I say the same thing that I always saying people about like losing weight. I have lost like over 20 kilos myself doing what I do, but they say that, it's just she can do that, but she has something. I always telling people there is nothing special about me. You just need to find the right tools to do that, make that happen. And it will. When you just find the right help, right tools to do things, these are things that are possible to anybody who will join. So there is like, yeah, there is nothing special about me. It's like just the way that what kind of help I got. That's the most important thing. So what I can do, you can do as well.
That's really, really motivational. And do you have anything else you would like to add? Now, in the end of this live, I'm super happy that we got this talk. But you can also share any, like, where people can follow you and which type of help they can come towards you, because maybe somebody is thinking about starting in keto diet or wants to follow you.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see my name somewhere. The Keto Code Sari is my name on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook, and you can find me on LinkedIn as well. And well, this is a good opportunity since I'm going to start selling my second start actually today. So if you're interested, if you had tried keto before and it didn't really work that well for you, I'm always telling that there is no such thing and one size fits all. So personal keto plan will work so much better for you than just following certain macronutrients, you know, that when we can talk like you and me together, just it will make a huge difference to your life as well. So if you're interested, here I am. Just DM me and let's talk about it a little bit more.
Yes. Really cool. Thank you so much, Sari. And I really encourage anyone to go follow Sari, and we will put links to wherever we are like sharing this live recording as well. So I wish you really the best of the luck, and I will be messaging you on Slack as well, so we can talk about how to make the best out of this new launch for your new group. But thank you so much for joining, and talk to you later. Bye bye.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, bye.